Imagine being married for 14 years and still feeling like it's day one. They've never spent a single day apart. Their love is too perfect. Every morning feels brand new, like they're addicted to each other. But here's the twist. People don't admire them. They're afraid of them. Because no normal couple stays this obsessed forever. And tonight, someone is going to reveal the disturbing truth behind their perfect love. A few days ago, one day, Janet is having a drink of wine at a party. As she's having her drink, she looks at Tom, and they start to look at each other. After a little while, they go to the bathroom together and start kissing and being close. After some time, a boy named Arthur arrives because he needs to use the bathroom. But Tom and Janet are still inside and haven't come out yet. Arthur goes back to the party and tells his friends, Karen and Val, that someone is in the bathroom and has been there for a long time. When Karen and Val hear this, they laugh and say it must be Tom and Janet. They tell Arthur that this is something they often do. They do this all the time. Arthur, feeling curious, asks if Tom and Janet just got married. Karen and Val reply that no, they have actually been married for 14 years. Arthur is amazed and thinks about how they still have so much love for each other after being married for so many years. At that moment, Tom and Janet come to the party, and Karen introduces them to Arthur, mentioning that she works with him. After a while, Tom and Janet say goodbye to everyone and leave the party early. Once they get home, they quickly start again and feel very happy being together. You might be curious about how they can still be so in love after many years of marriage. The true mystery of the story is about this, and we will find out more about it later. In the next scene, Janet is dreaming. She imagines herself walking by herself in a wood. As she goes on, she finds some red chairs, and then suddenly, she wakes up. She gets up from bed and begins to prepare for work. While Karen is getting ready, she sends a message to invite Janet to dinner that night. Later, after finishing her work at the office, Janet comes home and sees that Tom has already done all the cleaning. Janet is very tired, so Tom brings her to the room to help her rest. While they are talking, they start to feel romantic again. Then, they suddenly remember that they planned to go out for dinner that night, so they hurry to get ready and leave. When they get to the restaurant, everyone chooses what to eat for dinner. Karen and Val gave Tom and Janet an envelope with money. They explained that everyone had planned to reserve a place for a weekend trip, but now there aren't many rooms left for the couple. Another couple has joined, so they are giving back the money. Tom and Janet say they're okay with sitting on the sofa, but Val and Karen stop them and say the truth. They tell Tom and Janet that the other couples actually don't want them to join. They say they don't get how Tom and Janet still love each other so much after being married for so many years. People say that Tom and Janet always talk to each other and never argue. Even at dinner, they are really focused on each other. Because of this, no one wants them to come on the weekend trip. Tom responds by saying that they really care for each other and that, in addition to being married, they are also best friends. After saying this, Tom and Janet go home from dinner. That night, Janet dreams again about the red chairs. She wakes up quickly, gets ready for work, and is about to go outside when a man shows up in front of their house. He says his name is Goodman and that he works in the city. He needs to have an important talk with Tom and Janet. Then he goes inside and sits down with them. When they begin to talk, Goodman says that couples like them are not common and that he is here to help with this issue. It's been many years since you both got married, and you've never had a fight. Even when you disagree, you always make up. Plus, you are intimate with each other 2 or 3 times a day. The love between this couple is too much, and I'm here to help fix it. During this time, the man begins sharing things about their personal lives that no one else knew, except for Tom and Janet. They are both very surprised and ask Goodman what he really wants. In reply, he pulls out a briefcase that has 2 syringes inside. He tells them that they both need to get these shots. He explains that it's a vaccine, and after they get it, they will be like a regular couple. He also gives them a blank check and tells them they can fill in any amount they want as payment for getting the shot. He tells them that he knows important people and, besides giving them the shot, he is also giving them endless money. Then he says they have no other option. Suddenly, the lights in their house begin flickering. Tom begins to feel uncomfortable, so he goes to get some water. At the same time, Janet becomes very upset. She grabs something close by and hits Goodman with it. Tom hears a noise and quickly goes back to the room, where he sees that Janet has hurt Goodman. Realizing what happened, he tells Janet right away that it's not her fault. After that, both of them begin looking on their laptops for how to get rid of a dead body. Then they remember that their search history can be traced, so they quickly close the laptop and break it. Instead, they visit the library to look for information and books to avoid leaving any digital footprints. After they do their research, they choose to bury the body as the safest choice. They take Goodman's body to a place for cremation and begin to dig a hole. At that moment, Janet begins to feel bad for killing a man. Tom helps her feel better and tells her it wasn't her fault. It was defending herself, so she doesn't need to worry. After that, they bury the body and leave. When they get home, they talk about what happened. They are really upset about everything when they suddenly get a phone call. Janet picks up the phone and begins to talk. It's Karen calling. She says sorry for what happened last night and invites them to a big house for another couple's trip. Feeling overwhelmed by stress, Tom and Janet decide to go to the mansion after getting an invitation. The next day, they pack their bags and head out. They also take the briefcase that Goodman brought with them along with their bags. While they are on the way, Tom tells Janet that this might just be a joke. He thinks that maybe Karen or their friends set it all up. He thinks about whether the person they bumped into was really an actor and if everyone was just trying to trick them. He mentions that their weekend trip was canceled at first, but now they've been invited again. As they think about it, both of them start to feel nervous. They say that if this is just a joke, they should pretend everything is normal around everyone as if nothing is wrong. They finally arrive at the mansion. It is a special place for couples to come on the weekends, but when they get there, they see a car that is already parked. At that moment, a girl named Patricia arrives to greet them. She had planned everything for this trip, and her husband was with her too. Patricia begins to take them on a tour of the large mansion. It has lots of rooms, a theater, and a special room with different kinds of guns, from handguns to sniper rifles. When Tom and Janet ask about the guns, Patricia says they are just for decoration to make the mansion look nice. After talking to Patricia, Tom and Janet begin to feel unsure. Patricia doesn't look like she's in on the joke because she seems perfectly fine. At the same time, her husband Donald is having fun in the pool while listening to music. Janet tells Tom to talk to Donald to see if this is a joke or if Donald is part of it too. As Tom walks to the pool, two girls named Maud and Carla show up. They are in a couple. Patricia lets them into the big house. After that, Tom goes to the swimming pool and tries to talk to Donald. But Donald doesn't like Tom, so he completely ignores him. Tom doesn't like how Donald acts and realizes that Donald won't help with this. Tom goes back to the room and talks to Janet while showering. He tells her that Donald and Patricia are not involved, so they need to be careful and act normal. While they are talking, Janet moves closer to Tom and says that it's been 2 to 3 hours since they got here, but they haven't gotten to know each other well yet. After saying this, they get close to each other in the bathroom. That night, Karen and Val reach the mansion. There is another couple with them named Gretel and Richard. Patricia greets everyone. Then, Val tells Patricia that there is a special surprise in the car's trunk. He asks her to go and bring it in. Patricia seems worried as she walks to the car. When she opens the back, she finds it full of pizza boxes. Then they all sit down together and begin to eat. While talking, Patricia mentions Val. She tells everyone that when Val was in college, he liked to play tricks on people. She remembers a time when he tricked her by having a girl in her dorm act like an FBI agent. Patricia said she got really scared and needed to go to the hospital. After hearing this, Tom and Janet start to think that Val might be responsible for what happened. But Val insists that he used to do those kinds of things long ago and has stopped playing tricks now. After that, Tom and Janet go to a room to talk. Janet suggests to Tom that he should talk to Karen to learn the truth. Tom then goes to Karen and starts chatting with her while smoking a cigarette. From their talk, we find out that Karen and Tom dated before. Karen tells Tom, "You're always hanging out with Janet. Don't you ever get tired of it? You can do the same things with me." With that, Karen tries to get closer to him. Tom quickly interrupts her and says, "I know we used to date, But now I love Janet, and I don't want to be unfaithful to her. After hearing this, Karen walks away. Then the party begins. Everyone starts drinking and having a good time. Soon, they drink so much that all the bottles are empty. Then Patricia says that nobody is able to drive, but they still want more drinks. Janet says, "I haven't had anything to drink, so I can go to the market and buy some bottles." Just as she is getting ready to leave, Gretel decides to join her. When they got to the market and were buying drinks, Janet suddenly noticed Goodman standing there. But suddenly, he vanishes. Seeing this, Janet becomes frightened and begins looking for Goodman in the store. But she can't find him anywhere. She feels very confused and quickly calls Tom. Tom says, "Maybe you're just imagining things. Don't worry too much. You might have confused someone else for him." When Janet finishes her phone call and goes outside, she unexpectedly sees Goodman in a car. He parks the car in front of her, looks at her, and then drives off saying, "Bye." Janet feels very scared when this happens. Without waiting, she quickly tells Tom everything. Tom feels confused and isn't sure what to do. He comes up with a reason to tell Karen, takes the keys and goes to the gun room. Once he gets in, Tom quietly takes a gun from there. When Janet comes back, they both have a conversation. Then they take out Goodman's briefcase and show it to everyone. They ask if anyone knows the briefcase or anything about it, but everyone says they don't know. After that, Tom and Janet explain to everyone what really happened with Goodman and the briefcase. Everyone is surprised and asks, "Why didn't you tell us this before? What have you been doing?" Then Tom asks, "Is there a scientist here? We need to know what's in these injections." Karen suddenly remembers that her coworker Arthur is a scientist. She quickly calls Arthur and tells him to bring his microscope and come to the house. After the call, she tells everyone that Arthur will be here by tomorrow morning. She says it's time for everyone to go to bed now. But Donald is worried and asks, "What if Goodman comes here while we are asleep?" Patricia comforts everyone by telling them that the mansion is very safe. "We have motion sensors everywhere. Nobody can get in without us finding out." After that, everyone goes to bed. But even when they're in bed, they still feel afraid that something could happen at night. Later, in the middle of the night, Tom wakes up and heads to the bathroom. When he looks at his waist, he sees something odd. It seems like someone has given him a strong feeling. He gets really anxious and quickly goes to check Goodman's briefcase. When he opens it in the hallway, he notices that one of the syringes is empty. When he sees this, he feels even more upset. Just then, Karen shows up. She gets closer to Tom and begins to flirt with him. Tom can't control his feelings. At the same time, Janet wakes up unexpectedly. She checks the security cameras set up around the house. On her room screen, Janet sees Tom and Karen together. This makes her feel very heartbroken. Her heart shatters. After this, when Tom comes back to the room, Janet doesn't talk to him. She silently turns away and goes to sleep. The next day, Tom wakes up feeling really bad for betraying Janet. He feels sad about what happened last night. When he goes into the living room, he sees something surprising. The image of a kind man. This picture wasn't here yesterday. Without thinking, he quickly goes to Patricia and asks, "How did you find this house?" At first, Patricia pauses and says she found it online. But Donald keeps asking, "Tell them the truth, Patricia." After a short break, Patricia finally says, "A few weeks ago, my husband Donald lost his job, and we really needed a cheap place to live. During that time, a man from my work told me, 'I have a cheap house for you.' So Donald and I moved in here. This weekend, I invited all of you so I could make some money." When Janet heard this, she quickly showed a picture of Goodman and asked if it was the same man. And she confirmed that it was him. Tom and Janet quickly tell everyone, "This is just a trick by Goodman. He's been spying on us with the cameras. We need to get out of here now." When they hear this, everyone gets scared and quickly runs outside. But when they get to their cars to leave, they notice something very scary. The main gate is all locked up. It has a system that locks it on its own, which makes people even more nervous. Donald, wanting to open it, steps closer and touches the gate. As soon as he does, he gets a strong electric shock and collapses on the floor. Feeling frustrated, Tom pulls out the stolen gun he had taken earlier, but quickly realizes it won't help him. Then all their phones suddenly start ringing at once. When they look at their screens, they all see the same message. Go back inside. Everything will be finished soon. With no other options, everyone gradually goes back inside. When Janet walks in, she notices something right away. Red chairs catch her attention, just like the ones she dreamed about before. One by one, everyone takes a seat, nervously thinking about what will happen next. Then, a strange voice is heard in the mansion. You all have to share your secrets with one another. Only then will you be able to leave this place. After a little while, Janet looks at everyone and says, Yesterday, Karen was aggressive with my husband. Tom takes a big breath and looks at everyone. Karen gave me the shot while I was sleeping, and that's why all this happened. Karen quickly replies, Yes, I gave Tom an injection, but first I got rid of the chemicals in the syringe. It was totally blank. I just did it to confuse him. When Janet hears this, she feels even worse. Tom, feeling ashamed, looks down and says, I couldn't help myself. Then Karen turns to Vale and says, Now, why don't you share your secret? Vale takes a deep breath and looks at Karen. I knew you were cheating on me, but I never thought it would go this far. Karen laughs in a rude way. You can't say anything. You've been cheating with your assistant for 10 years, and the biggest truth about you is that you're gay and your assistant is a man. Karen looks around and asks, Who already knew that Vale was gay? One by one, everyone starts raising their hands. Patricia then comes forward and says, I asked Tom and Janet to come here just for money. Then, Gretel's voice shakes when she talks. My husband hurts me. Not a day goes by without him hitting me. One by one, everyone shares their hurtful stories, showing the hidden problems in their relationships. After being quiet for a while, Tom suddenly gets up and looks around. Then he says, Goodman, you've heard everything you wanted to hear. You wanted us all to split up. You have finished your work. Let's go now. Then we hear Goodman's voice. You can go now. It becomes obvious. Goodman's only aim was to create a fight between Tom and Janet. They had been together for 14 years and had never argued, which is very unusual. Goodman's goal was to make relationships feel normal by showing that even happy couples have problems. But there was something even more frightening about him. Goodman wasn't a person. Even though he was dead, he came back to life. No one could kill him because he didn't belong to this world. One by one, everyone goes away except for Tom and Janet. As they get ready to go, Goodman suddenly shows up behind them. Janet, unable to hold back her anger, shouts at him, I don't care if you're good, bad, or something else. You're a really terrible person. Goodman smiles slightly. If you want, you can still use the check. Without thinking, Tom grabs the check and tears it up right in front of him. Then Tom and Janet leave without looking back. As they drive home, the car feels quiet and uncomfortable. Tom feels very guilty and can't bring himself to look at Janet. Janet sits quietly, thinking. Gradually, she remembers the nice times she had with Tom throughout the years and all the memories they made together. At that moment, she decides what to do. She forgives him. Without talking, they pull over the car in a quiet spot. Then, they can't stop themselves any longer, so they move close and kiss each other deeply. They feel a surge of love in the car. The movie ends here. Please, my family, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.